Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Scottie the Trainer Tuesdays, and I am Scottie the Trainer. So over the last few weeks, I have been talking to you and presenting to you the thoughts entitled Four Anchors of Life. Four Anchors of Life. Let me give you the master story of which I'm talking about, the four anchors of life. The four anchors of life came from a story of military police, naval officers that were on a ship that housed several hundred prisoners. Several hundred prisoners. And as they were taking these prisoners to be tried, they hit a storm, and on that ship, they were facing and feeling the power of the storm. The waves were rocking, the wind was blowing, the rain was coming down upon them, and they feared for their life. And so what they did was, being naval officers, they cast from the front of the boat 2 anchors out, and from the rear of the boat they cast 2 anchors out, so that as the ship was being tossed by the waves and the storm, 2 anchors on the front, 2 anchors on the back would then hold the ship long enough for the storm to pass, so that they would not crash upon the rocks. And the thought came to me as I was thinking about it, how in life we can't stop the storms. We can't stop the trouble. All of us know what it is to have bad days and tough times. So we need anchors in our life to stabilize us, to help us. Notice that the anchors did not make the storm go away. The anchors did not change the situation. The military guards were still military guards. They were still transporting prisoners. The prisoners were still prisoners. So they cast these anchors out to bring stability. So over the last few weeks, I presented to you 2 of the anchors that were necessary. The first anchor that I talked about is strategies. And you can go back and check those videos out. You got to have a plan. You got to have a strategy. How am I going to do something? Then the second anchor that I talked about last week was clarity. Because what good is a plan or a strategy if it's not clear enough for us to follow? The third anchor is this. The third anchor is, you've got to have a song. You've got to have a song. Your life, my life, should have a theme song. You know, my kids and I, from time to time, will watch wrestling, and it's interesting how every wrestler, you know who's coming out because of the theme song that hits. As soon as you hear that theme song, oh, you know who's about to come out. The theme song represents who's about to come running down that stage and hit that ring. And many times the crowd reacts to the song because they know who it is that's coming. Well, you and I have to have a song in our life. And what I mean by that is your song, that your go-to. What is it that it represents? You know, I'm going to date myself here a little bit, but in 1978, I remember the first time I ever heard a singer by the name of Neil Diamond. 1978. I was at home. My father and my mother were watching television, and Neil Diamond was singing. And he sang a song. It went, "Song, song, blue, everybody knows one. Song, song, blue, every garden has one." And the story is that everybody has a song. You know, there's songs that I hear, I have no problems turning them on the radio, don't even mean anything to me. But there's certain songs that when I hear them, I stop the radio. Sometimes my wife, when I'm driving, if she's in the car pushing buttons or trying to turn the radio, she'll go across something and I'll go, wait, stop, that's a good one, that's a good one, that's a good one. So what kind of song do you have in your life? Do you have a song that is upbeat, that's powerful? Or do you have one of those gut-wrenching, tear-jerking, tears on my pillow type song? Is your song something like, I can do all things no matter what? Or is your song something like, fear, despair, misery on me, deep dark depression and excessive misery? If it wasn't for bad luck, oh, I'd have no luck at all. What kind of song is in your life? Well, we can tell what kind of song you really need in your life, because if you're the kind of person that starts off strong, but then when you face some type of attack or when it gets difficult, you quit, you know what your song is? I'm a quitter. I start off really strong. Probably a country song. I like to start off strong. But then I quit when things go wrong. I know what you're thinking. Don't quit your day job, right? And that's fine, because the money that my mother gave me for voice lessons, spent them. But the point is, what's your song? What kind of song is in your life? You know, one of the greatest singers that I really enjoy is Joe Cocker. He's gone on now, passed away some years ago, but Joe Cocker could take a song like a rag, a wet rag, and just wring all the emotion out of it. There's one song in particular that he sings about a heartbroken man. It's called Don't You Love Me Anymore. And I could just hear him singing that song. Don't you love me anymore? Have you learned to live your life without me? Don't you love me anymore? And I can see old Joe Cocker singing that song, and I see a broken, sad, torn up man from the inside out. And there's a lot of people that live their life that way. The song that their life presents, if we were to have a songwriter follow them around and write the song, it would be a sad, torn up, blues, just destructive type song. Some people's life, they just make decisions and don't even think about them. They come in like a wrecking ball. But your anchor in your life, you've got to have a song. Is your song that you can face no matter what's about to happen? Is your song, this is the day? This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice. Or is your song something like, nobody knows the trouble I've seen? What is your song? That's an anchor in your life. Because when you hit tough times and you hit storms, your strategies are no good if you don't have that second anchor, which is clarity. And clarity is no good if it doesn't align itself with your song. Now, here's the thing that I like about it. If you go to a concert of whoever it is that you like, whether it's Metallica, Megadeth, Neil Diamond, whoever, Reba McEntire, they sing all kinds of songs, which means they sing a sad song, and then if all they did was sing sad songs, you would leave that concert depressed. But they don't want you to leave depressed because they want you to buy their albums and buy their CDs and download their music. They don't want you to leave depressed. So you know what they do? They change the song. And by changing by changing the song, they change how you feel about the concert, and they change your feelings. What anchor and what song is in your life right now? If you don't like it, it's time to change the song. Did you know there's a Hebrew writing that says, my tongue is the pen of a ready writer? In other words, if you don't like what's going on in your life, start talking different. Start thinking different. You don't like the song that's going on in your life? It's time to rewrite the song. The third anchor in your life is, what kind of song do you want written about your life? I don't want to go through life with blues. I love blues. There's a part for blues. There's a great part for, but at some point there's got to be something uplifting, upbuilding. A song that gets your hands to clapping and your foot to tapping and gets you to smiling and going, man, I'm telling you what, now that right there, woo, that's my jam. What kind of song is being written about your life right now? Because this third anchor is very important. If you don't like the melody that's going on in your life, if you don't like the direction that's going on in your life, write a different song. The song in your life is very important. 3 anchors that we've covered. 1, strategies. How am I going to do it? 2, clarity. What steps do I take to do it? And 3, the song that's in your life. What song is being sung about you right now? In the heavens, in the universe. What song? When people see you coming, do they go, that's the guy, that's the guy? Or do they go, oh dear God, oh dear God? The song. What song is being sung about you? What are you doing in your life that's producing the melody? That melody is how people know you. It's how you are. It's who you are. If you don't like the melody, change the song of your life. Next week, we're going to get to that 4th anchor, and we'll close this out and wrap it all together. But for now, I'm Scottie the Trainer. Thanks for joining me for Scottie the Trainer Tuesdays. That's how I see it. Goodbye.